one of them hits now. Heard back from Earth, we just shot a few of my ships down. It's safe to say I'm totally pissed. Wow, my cloaking devices just malfunction. Guess it's time for a sit down. This is the problem I got with humans, mostly the common man. Constantly fucking with energy they don't understand. Always thinking they got the upper hand. The G-forces from my maneuvers can snap your spine like a rubber band. I shouldn't waste my time, they ain't half as nice. Put a Red Bull in your coffin so your ghost can have wings in the afterlife. Let's rock and roll like a belly dancer's rhinestone. It was my idea to shake the pineal gland like a pine cone. My thoughts create hurricanes, tornadoes, and cyclones. A punch for me is like an avalanche of granite and limestone. You live here, now this is my home. I neuralize both your retinas, you wake up staring at the screen of your iPhone. Confused by the light plus the high tone. And now we connected from the microchip I placed next to your thigh bone. It's hard to understand cause you're mind blown, but I gotta cut communication. Your government just scrambled they spy drones.
That voice speaking Sumerian, the oldest language in human history.
I can't explain it.
Yo, showtime. It's your boy, Big Mike Raider. And we are full steam ahead in preseason. We just went through one game where we knocked the boots off the San Francisco 49ers from day one at joint practice, day two of joint practice, gave them a little break, and then hit them up on Sunday and whooped their ass 34-7. Guys, I'm excited. Guys, there's a lot to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit about that game, the 49ers-Raiders game. We're going to kind of put a bow on that game, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the Rams and Raiders game coming up, joint practice tomorrow. Lots to talk about. I'm going to kind of give you a quick breakdown of what to expect from the Rams, and we can talk about a little bit of key matchups that I'm looking forward to seeing one-on-one defenses and things like that. So, guys, we got a good show ahead, man, and shout out to Raider Nation Drinking Club. Hey, I love the energy, playing with purpose. That's exactly what we're seeing with this team. I'm definitely excited. Shout out to Sean Johnson in the building. Thanks for popping in. Dick Frame E, Big Mike. It's been a minute since I actually caught you live. What's good? Hey, yeah, it's been a while. I'm glad to be back. Get used to it, man. We're about to get things rolling over here, guys. Also, PlanetRaiders.com. We got plenty of things to talk about. I'm going to be dropping a Rams Raiders joint practice preview shortly. I'm going to be up tonight, so look forward tonight. Read that thing first thing in the morning. It will be dropping tonight, guys. I'll give you that. Give me a couple hours and I'll drop some magic, guys. Don't worry about it. Franklin Skinner in the building. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Wasted Talent. What's good, bro? Good to see you as always, man. Pop in if you want. I dropped the link, man. If you got time, I know it's real late out there, so I completely understand if you can't make it. But if you can, man, I would love to see you. I would love to talk some ball with you, bro. Isaiah Randolph. Hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Thick Frame E. Yeah, we on to LA. We're on to LA. And let's talk about, before we get to LA, guys, all 14 in the building, I need for you guys to like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. I would like to get some more support in the building, man. I need a little bit of love. I know it's a little bit late. I know we got a late show going on. I usually don't go on this late, but hey, show some love, man. Share with your folks. Share everywhere you can. And let's talk some ball, man. Let's talk about this Raiders and 49ers game. The Raiders, of course, you guys know, Raiders dominated the 49ers 34-7. I'm going to talk about the guys who were kind of the stars of this game to me. And then I want to hear from you guys. Who do you think the stars were? Who do you guys think kind of stuck out to you? I'm going to read a little bit of the stats so far for this game. It was Aiden O'Connell, 15 for 18, 141 yards, 7.8 yards average and a touchdown, 117.8 rating, which was great. Only took one sack. Pause if necessary. Zamir White, 13 carries, 43 yards of pedestrian effort. Amir Abdullah, 5 for 22. Sincere McCormick gets on the board. One touchdown rushing and a touchdown receiving. Altogether, he had 9 carries for 27 yards. Sincere McCormick, one catch for 2 yards, a short little touchdown. And the leading tackler was Azizi Hearn. He was struggling. He was probably one of the guys who I would look at as getting like I wouldn't say a failing grade, but he definitely didn't make his case for himself to make this team or even the practice squad down the line. He had 8 total tackles, but he got burnt a couple of times. Amari Burney, I would say that he was kind of our defensive player for this game. He surprised me at 4 total tackles, 1 sack, and a tackle for loss. We had a total of 4 sacks. Isaac Rochelle got into the mix, got a half a sack. Combine that with Jordan Willis as well. He got into the building. John Jenkins, the seasoned vet, with a sack as well, and Adam Butler with 1 sack as well. Total of 4 sacks for the team. I'm excited for this defense, and I'm gonna tell you what I like from this game. The front 4 played amazing at the beginning of the game, starring Adam Butler and Isaac Rochelle on that interior. And then on the outside, I really liked what Malcolm Kuntz brought to the building. And then on the other side, you had Jordan Willis. These are 2 guys that are kind of fighting for that last kind of spot. So you're getting the best of them right off the jump. And I think that's why we saw a good, healthy dose of them, because I don't know how many defensive edge rushers we're going to keep, but hey, you got Chandler Jones, you got Tyree Wilson, you got Max Crosby, possibly 1 more, maybe 2 guys will be picked up and added to this 53-man roster. And it was definite competition on both ends, starring Malcolm Kuntz and Jordan Willis on both sides. So they brought a level of intensity that I like to see on that interior. We got a lot of pressure, particularly from Isaac Rochelle. He did his thing, man, and I think Adam Butler, he took care of business as well. I like to see him make this team and get a good rotation in. So that's what I like to see from that front 4. That's pretty much what I like. For the linebacking team, let's talk about Amari Burney. He was. He had, we're looking at his overall PFF grade. He had a 59.3 overall PFF grade, which isn't great. It's a little bit above average. But one thing that really stuck out to me, and this is something that you guys got to also consider, is that his pass rushing grade was a 71.1, which is excellent, right? And then a coverage grade of 70.4. This is something that we've been missing for years, that coverage linebacker. So a 70.4 coverage grade really is something that kind of sticks out to me. And he dropped an interception as well. So he did make some plays down the line, and I really did like what the effort that I've seen from Amari Burney. I would like to see a little bit more from him down the line, but yeah, I'm definitely excited on that defensive side of the ball. We didn't really see too much of Jacorian Bennett. These corners played well for the most part. You only give up 7 points. As you know, the only 7 points that they got was a dropped interception from Duke Shelley, which was kind of tough to see. He dropped that interception. I would have liked for him to get that interception, but he did have a really good game. His PFF grade was pretty high, but if you would have caught that interception, it would have been a big difference. Guys, I want you to tell me what you think about on the defensive side, what you liked, what you didn't like. Let me know what you think, man. And while I wait for you guys' reaction, let me acknowledge the chat. Shout out to Miguel Santos. Thanks for popping in, man. Appreciate you. Dominique 5, man. Good to see you. It's been a while, man. Got a lot to talk about. We're talking Raiders defense right now. First on the list, Raider Dangerfield. Salute to the nation. And salute to your boy, Big Mike. Thanks for popping in, man. 24 in the building as well. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Trying to make this thing grow. Pause if necessary. Crypto Tails, my bro, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the support, bro. Franklin Skinner saw you enjoying yourself out there in LV. What was your favorite part of the trip besides that ass whooping? Yo, why didn't you come up to me and say what's up, man? Hey, dude, I'm a quiet dude in like real life. If people didn't know that already, I'm a real quiet dude, but hey, come up to me, say what's up, man. Have a drink together. Let's talk some Raiders ball. Next time you see me, man, hey, come up to me because, it's hard for me to compare. I don't have a picture of you, Franklin. But if you'd have been like, hey, it's Franklin Skinner, I'd be like, oh, yeah, So I'm a quiet dude, even if it might not look very approachable. But trust me, man, I would love to talk Raiders ball with everybody. My favorite part of the trip, so we were at Caesar's Palace, and Unfortunately, I couldn't get into the alumni event. Shout out to Grav. He did whatever he could to try to get me in there. He got his wife in there, which I was happy about. But I was sitting there outside at the bar, drinking an adult drink, and one of a former Raiders player came up, big old fat Super Bowl ring, the third one, and he sat next to me. He played video poker, and he was asking me for advice and stuff about what cards to keep and things like that. So I was helping him out make some money, and I started asking about the ring because it was just flashing at me, right? I was like, so I'm guessing you earned that ring, didn't you? He was like, yeah, he was a first round pick in the 74 draft. He played from 74 to 86. He played offensive line. And he was telling me stories about John Madden. He was telling me about kind of getting over the hump against the Steelers back in the 70s and winning all 3 rings. But yeah, it was an amazing storytelling. We talked for about an hour. He was telling stories and all that stuff and talking about today's game compared to the old days and how these players are getting paid and things like that. It was just a great conversation. It was organic. He just kind of came up to me, sat next to me, and then we just kind of started talking. So that was my favorite part of the weekend. It was just an amazing story. And I wouldn't trade that for the world, man. I love football history like that, and talking to somebody who's been in the game, played 50 years ago, and can kind of talk about how it used to be. That was just amazing. I wouldn't trade that for the world. Elite Med Staffing, Elite in the building. Good evening. Hey, thanks for popping in. Thanks for the support as always. Clark Arroyo, the speed. Yeah, the speed. This defense is playing with a purpose. I really think that we're seeing something special with this defense this year as compared to other years. I tell people all the time, like, my wife we've been together for about 10 years, and she's a Raider fan. I kind of made her a kind of a diehard to my level. She was always a Raider fan before me, but she was always like, I love watching the offense, but when the defense is on the field, I have to look at my phone. I can't take it. So I told her this year, like, you're not going to have to do that anymore. This is a solid defense, and I'm hoping that I keep my word for that one, man. But yeah, definitely the speed of the defense was great. Salute. Hey, Robert Munoz Jr., thanks for popping in as always, man. Thank you for the support, the numbers. Thanks for the support. Let me see who else we got in here. Clark Arroyo, Van City Raider, the Canadian Destroyer. Good to see you, man. And we also got 30 in the building. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Carson Huntley, gotta love how our defense was working together and our D-line was going crazy. Yeah, and I think it was an attest to we're having these front four who is playing for spots. They're playing hungry, and I like the intensity coming out. It was just good to watch. Just that front four was amazing. Going to LA, I really want to make it to the game, but I'm gonna stick around at home. I was gone last weekend, so I'm not gonna take that trip down there. But I'll definitely be watching at the house. And you guys will get into a reaction show from me after the game. We're gonna talk about what we saw from that Rams game for sure. Carlos Enfuego, Big Mike, question for you: how do you feel about Zeus, which needs the offensive line to help him, but Hole has to open, no cutback, stiff arm, so on, sincere or other? We need Josh Jacobs back, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Zeus outing, he had some pretty good runs, but we're gonna need that dynamic guy in the backfield to kind of make things happen, man. We're definitely gonna need him for sure. Let me see what else we got. Carlos Enfuego, he also goes defense stepped up. Aiden O'Connell as well. We're gonna talk about the offense as well. Trust me. We're gonna talk about Aiden O'Connell. He really showed out and showed something special, and I really want to get into that. We're going to get into that shortly for sure. T Severe in the building, my boy. What's going on, bro? I think the coaching on defense is starting to take hold. They aren't hoping to get turnovers. They are trying to create turnovers. Their mindset has totally changed. Yeah, this is a whole different mindset. You could tell they're flying around. There's no kind of second guessing and thinking. You can see it already. There's a level of urgency coming from that defense, similar to what we saw in the Hall of Fame game last year for the offensive side. We didn't necessarily see that on the defensive side. Now we're seeing it on both sides of the ball. So that's good. That is one of those things that can equate to something special down the line, man. For sure. Let me see. Raider Tone in the building. New Zealand Raider from across the pond. Thanks for popping in. Raiders. For sure, man. For sure. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for the support. Sean Johnson, he says, you think you might have a chance, your bold predictions on the season? I said originally 9-8. If I was going to overreact, I will say 11-6. But level-headed me wants to say 10-7. Think that we got a good defense. I think we're going to shock some teams. I said that from the jump. Offense is going to be very protective of the ball, very efficient, and the defense is going to be opportunistic. That's really what I think, man. 10-6, 11, 10-7, 11-6. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Always good to see you. My brother Docs was talking about this earlier, and I was so happy to hear it because I've been saying it all year. Whatever happens this year happens. But with $32 million coming off the books and another full draft class, watch out for the Raiders in 2024. Yeah, it's only up from here, man. And anything that happens this year is going to be ahead of the curve for sure. I agree with you, man. Any updates on Adams in his leg? So the last thing I heard about Adams in his leg is that it was a minor injury. Took a shot to the shin, but he'll be back this week. I don't know what kind of reps he's going to get at the joint practice, but don't worry. I think Devontae Adams is okay. He'll be good to go by the time the season starts, and that's really all that matters. So yeah, definitely, man. No worries, Carson, man. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Orlando Padilla in the building. What's good, man? Thanks for the support as always, man. Love how Max was going crazy and supporting his teammates out there. Yeah, we go as far as Max Crosby takes us, and then that's not just on the field. That's off the field. That's him set the table, being that trendsetter, being that guy who tells it like it is in the locker room, who conducts practice with a level of intensity and making sure those guys follow suit with that, making sure that he kind of dictates that practice. And if it is a little bit flat, he's going to be that spark to get things going. I really think that Max Crosby is one of those guys that's going to be that guy to kind of put a fire in everybody's ass when things are kind of low energy, as well as Marcus Peters. That's why we have those grizzled vets coming in and kind of making that kind of having that presence and putting their stamp on this defense. And I think we got the right combination. I've said it before, guys. I think that we have the right ingredients. We got the grizzled vets. We got the vets who just got paid, hungry, looking to win, and then we got the young first, second year guys on rookie contracts still to mix those guys in together, and we got something special with that. And that's we seen it with the Eagles defense. We saw it with the Bengals defense. Guys, remember the Bengals a couple years ago? They were well ahead of their curve. Like when Joe Burrow and all those guys made to the Super Bowl, everybody was like, this is a good team, but they're not ready yet right now. This is kind of what reminds me of that defense, that Bengals defense. Now, if we had a dynamic quarterback like that on the other side, then we'll be talking about, possibly seeing something special. But I think that what's the guy's name? Jimmy Garoppolo, if we get him on the field and he's as efficient as he's always been, we'll be all right on offense, and we could make a good surprising run in the playoffs, guys. And then I don't think that's too far-fetched. I'm not going to, I wouldn't even say that's a bold take at this point, to be honest with you. Robert Munoz says 10-7 sounds good. I like it too, man. I like it too. Parham got a concussion. Heal soon, bro. Yeah, definitely. It's tough to see your guys go down, especially in a preseason game. But hopefully he gets back on his feet and ready to go for sure. Brandon Parker out for the season and signed Isaiah Zuber. Yeah, Brandon Parker is out for the season. Isaiah Zuber coming from the Patriots for a second run with the Raiders, trying to make this squad. So yeah, it's definitely sad to see Parker go down, and we'll see what Isaiah Zuber brings to the table for camp and the rest of this preseason. The numbers, that's a good question. You think Kuntz makes the roster? Whew. if you asked me a couple of weeks ago, I would have said no. But the way he played in that game, I think he's made a case for himself to at least be on in that rotation. Him and Jordan Willis is going to be going at it, and I think that maybe Adam Plant Jr. isn't quite ready. We got 2 more games to see what's up. We got joint practices to see what's up. But if I was to make a guess, I would think Kuntz might make this roster. I really think he might make this roster. AOC got the highest rookie PFF in any quarterback since 2013, I think. And I think he even topped Mahomes. Yeah, that's what I heard. He had a higher PFF than Mahomes. And let's talk about that offense, man. Let's talk about Aiden O'Connell. 18 attempts. He was 15 for 18, 141 yards, 1 passing touchdown. Could have had a better statistical game if our guy Trey Tucker caught that bomb, that dime down the sideline. If he would have caught that one, we'd be looking at 180, 190 yard game. And a higher completion percentage. 16 for 18 would have been ridiculous, right? Overall PFF grade of 92.3, a passing grade of 90.8, and a rushing grade of 70.7. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and let me know if this is far-fetched. Have we seen this before? If you guys are Raider historians like myself, and we don't even have to go that far back, we've seen this before. When Derek Carr was a rookie, Derek Carr played that preseason, and he took over that starting spot. Now, am I saying that Aiden O'Connell is going to do that? No. But what I'm saying is it kind of reminds me of that 2014 season where the rookie comes in and takes over and becomes that starting rookie guy and kind of takes over the team, takes over a squad and becomes that young leader at quarterback. Am I off the mark with that one? I don't know. You guys let me know. It kind of reminds me of this 2014 season when Derek Carr came and took that spot from, I believe, you guys remind me who it was. I think it was Matt Schaub or was it Matt Flynn? One of those Matts was at quarterback, and they were projected to be the starter. Derek Carr came in at his freshman year, his rookie year, and took a spot. You guys does that kind of remind you guys of that? I know it's one game. I'm sure it's an overreaction. I want to hear what you guys think about that one. But yeah, I'm very proud of what Aiden O'Connell did in that game. And I think that for sure he was by far the best rookie quarterback this week. And I can't wait to see him this week against the Rams and at joint practices as well, man. Not Raider related. Do you think is going on with Jey Uso's situation? Was it serious, or is it just part of the story? It's just part of the story, man. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about WWE, but there is a time for that one for sure. But yeah, I think he's gonna come back with a new crew or something. It's part of the story, man, for sure. Sean Johnson, here's an impressive stat. Aiden O'Connell had the best rookie preseason grade of 92.3 in the past 10 years. Better than Patrick Mahomes in 2017 of 91.8. Hopefully that is not, lightning striking once. Hopefully that's a trend. That would be great because then we got an absolute steal in the 4th round. I hope that's the case, man. Yep, that's what it is. He topped Mahomes on that one. DeMarcus Webb in the building. Big Mike Raider. What's up, man? What's going on? What's your thoughts on Neil Farrell's play on Sunday? I've heard mixed reviews, but I thought he was disruptive along with Nessa Jade. Hoping a DT by rotation is used. I was keeping a close eye on Neil Farrell. He was disruptive to an extent. I was expecting a little bit more, but I'm going to keep my eye on him for the next game. Nothing wowing came out from him. These guys are coming for his spot in a rotation. So he better bring some heat in these next couple games because, this rotation is no joke. It's very competitive. So if he's staying at the same level as he's been, he might find himself on the outside looking in. So, stay tuned for that one. Neil Farrell didn't really wow me in that game, but he didn't play bad either. How you feeling about Duke Shelley? Also, anything new on Brandon Facyson? Nothing on Facyson yet. I haven't heard anything, but Duke Shelley dropped an interception in the end zone, which is fine. He was in a good position to make a play, and it was just a freak accident that kind of led to a touchdown. But I think Duke Shelley played well. I can't wait to see him go against the boys over in LA. It's going to be exciting to see what goes on with them, guys. Now, guys, we got 36 in the building. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. Share this thing out, man. Share it out. Isaiah Randolph, O'Connell was #1 and Wagner, the right tackle, was #2. Yes, let's talk about Dalton Wagner, guys. That's another guy that I want to talk about. Dalton Wagner really wowed me. 89.3 offensive PFF grade, 91.7 run block grade, and a pass block grade of 77.5 in 25 snaps, guys. That's pretty impressive. Do you guys think we got us a steal here for this left tackle? He's 6'8", 320 pounds, a UDFA out of Arkansas. I would like to see more from him. I want to see him play a little bit earlier. I want to see him play against more competitive guys who will be on who's fighting for a roster spot, and see what he's made of. I would like to see a little bit more from him. I want to see him play a little bit more versus the Rams and go against guys who might make this 53-man roster, and I can kind of make a good assessment of what I saw from him. But the things that I did see from him in that second half was impressive. His pad level is low for somebody at 6'8". He's throwing people around. It was one play where he took the stunt. It was a stunt. He pushed the guy to the inside and then had the good footwork to kind of bounce to the outside and take the guy to prevent anything from going inside through that pocket on a stunt. And he did very well. I think he did well. I would like to see him do a little bit more, play a little bit more against more competitive types of guys. But hey, the reps that he got was damn near perfect. So, you know, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what else he's bringing to the table. Fotheringham was not a name I heard much of prior to the game. Definitely made a name for himself with other 31 teams out there. Unfortunately, we are deep at the tight end spot now. Yeah, Fotheringham was one of the leading receivers. I think he was the leading receiver. I think he had, let me see. Let me go back to that for sure. Let me see. I want to start. Oh, yeah, 5 catches, 71 yards, 14.2 average per catch. Out of 5 targets, he caught all 5 catches. And that's just a tribute to Aiden O'Connell, what he did offensively. Another guy that we want to look for that was kind of doing a dress rehearsal for other teams is Keelan Cole. He got a lot of targets down the line in that game. He was kind of featured a lot in the passing game. And I think that he's not going to make the squad, but going out there for a dress rehearsal, we could, be, kind of showcasing him out there for other teams, maybe in a trade with. I mean, we might not get anything for Keelan Cole, but if you show the value that he can bring to a team, you never know, right? And I think part of the preseason is like, okay, we're going to showcase the guys who you're kind of on the bubble and guys who we know is not going to make the team, but see if we can get out of them, or we're doing him a favor. So when he is that free agent, he has some tape that he can still get things done and go to another team and make things happen. So Fotheringham is kind of on that list. I don't see him making this squad, but yeah, he definitely made a good case for himself in that game for sure. Robert Munoz Jr., I just found out that Bone Thugs and Harmony will be performing at the Pittsburgh game. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because I'll more than likely be at that game for week 3. I can't wait, man. That home opener is going to be on fire, man. I can't wait. Sunday night football. Can't get any better than that for sure, man. O'Connell is our future. Yeah, that's what it's looking like, man. We might have somebody special for sure. For sure. Isaiah Randolph. Been saying Jimmy better stay healthy. O'Connell's taking the reins and not giving it back. Yeah. It's looking like it. O'Connell ain't playing games, man. I'm telling you. Jimmy G better watch out, man. He better watch out, or he might be seeing the bench. I keep Jimmy G starts as he has much more experience, plus AOC can learn more from Jimmy G. We already know what AOC can do. Let's see Jimmy shine now. I would like to see Jimmy G. Well, you know what? Part of me does want to see him play a little bit in the preseason game, maybe one series. But then at the same time, the injury history kind of makes me pause a little bit and like, yeah, all right, maybe we don't need to play him, but I want to get Jimmy G out there and get some reps in. And I guess that's what the joint practices are for, right? That's kind of what you that's what they're made for. Those ones go versus ones in a controlled environment, things like that. So it's not necessarily necessary that he does get goals in a game that that doesn't really mean anything. But as long as he gets those good reps at practice and those joint practices, I'm okay with it, man. I'm okay with it. Yeah, I really wanted Webb to score on that pick 6 too, man. Yeah, he was so close, man. I was like, come on, man, get in there. But yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, Webb got himself an interception. That was good. That was good to see, man. Nice deflection he took off, man. It was great, man. It was great. If AO4 play happens naturally, that's one thing, but I prefer Jimmy G as a 1 to 2 year bridge quarterback, and AO4 takes over before that. And it means Jimmy is injured or he's Charles Barkley terrible. Yeah, you know, it kind of reminds me of how they treated Jimmy G over in New England, right? Everybody knew that Jimmy G was quality enough to be on like a starting squad and be that quarterback. Then he sat the bench for the most part with New England. And, you know, the 49ers, after a while, I mean, you know, they ended up trading for him, but they knew that they were getting a quality, like, starter level quarterback. So if Jimmy G does sit for about 1 to 2 years and get ready, we got something special. And if if AO4 sits for 1 to 2 years, we got somebody special on the bench that can run this offense. And if, you know, after those 2 years, Jimmy G is probably going to be gone. But if he plays well, then we got a situation. We go AO4, we going with Jimmy. So, and that's kind of a good problem to have. You know, you can kind of trade a guy or let a guy go depending on who it is. But if I had to choose trajectory-wise, after those 2 years, if Jimmy G plays well, we go to the playoffs, AO4 is that guy, and he's ascending, then of course you go with the youth movement and move on to AO4 for sure, man. But it remains to be seen. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know the name of the 49er that fumbled the ball. Did you realize that he wore number 10 Jimmy G's jersey number? Oh, yeah. I don't know who it was either. But yeah, I noticed that. T. Severe. Jimmy G is not Matt Schaub or Matt McGloin. Jimmy G is still a good player and is the leader on the team. Schaub was already considered done by most people. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But here's the thing. At the time, people were saying that Matt Schaub was still he still had a little bit left in the tank. Parallel-wise, you could kind of say that about Jimmy G. People were like, hey, maybe he still has something left in the tank. Now we got the rookie quarterback coming in, and he's playing well in the preseason. He might hijack the whole plans that Josh McDaniels has. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. What I'm saying is the parallels kind of I see the parallels between 2014 and 2023. That's all I'm saying. And it's early to kind of say it. I get that. But the parallels are starting to expose themselves. That's kind of what I mean by that, man. But yeah, you're right. You're right. Jimmy G, he could possibly he likely still has a lot in the tank. I would hope so. Because I mean, in this day and age, you really don't want to plug and play a rookie quarterback, especially a 4th round guy. But if he's ready to play, he's ready to play. So stay tuned, to be continued kind of deal. But yeah, definitely. I feel where you're coming from on that one, bro. Excuse me. Carlos and Fuego, more preseason, but one game looking good. Just win, baby. Raider Nation for life. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we're going to get plenty of football coming soon, man. And guys, let me wrap this thing up with not the show, guys, not the show. I'm still here. Let's wrap up the 49ers and Raiders game. I kind of want to talk about as a team what we did, right? PFF wise. Now, PFF, people like it, people don't. I like numbers. That's why I like PFF. But you know, if you don't watch the game, yeah, it's not really a good indicator of like how somebody did. But the numbers tell the story in this case with the Raiders, guys. Overall grade, the Raiders as a team got an 83.6 overall grade. Offensively, they got an 86.3 pass. They got an 89 passing grade as a team. Pass blocking grade is 75.6. Receiving grade 65.1. Their run game, which was the lowest which one of the lowest grades they got, was a 58.8. Run blocking, exceptional 91.9. That's a tribute to how great this offensive line played. And I hope we see more of that. Defense grade, we got 65.6, nothing special. Rush defense, 56.7, tackling 62.8, pass rush 67.9, coverage grade 64.6, and special teams grade of a 67.5. So there's a lot of things that we can improve on. These numbers show that we can improve a lot on defense, tackling, things like that. Run game needs some improvement, and I'm hoping that when Josh Jacobs does return, if he hopefully he returns, that was one of the lowest grades we got. Running back by committee. To me, I don't think it's a good idea, but we'll see. But those numbers tell me that we're on the right track, guys. We definitely are on the right track. Let me read some more of these comments, and then we're going to talk a little bit about this Rams game, joint practices next couple of days, and the Saturday showdown at SoFi Stadium. Let's see. Robert Munoz Jr., he says, any news on Michael Mayer? I haven't heard anything yet. Nothing yet, but I think it's minor to kind of just keeping him on the shelf for right now. I heard that he's going to be the day one starter once things get cooking, and I'm excited to see him on the field. Hopefully we see him a little bit against the Rams, but I doubt it, man. I mean, they're trying to shelf him at this point, and he's already solidified himself as that premier tight end for our squad. So nothing yet on Michael Mayer, but we'll stay tuned for sure. Charles Washington in the building. Thanks for popping in, man. Yeah, we're just talking a little bit about this Raiders 49ers game, putting a bow on it, and we're going to transition over to the next best thing, man, for sure. J-Dub in the building. Salute. Hope your trip to Vegas was solid. Raiders. Yeah, it was solid, man. It was solid, man. And shout out to Graf. Shout out to his wife. Shout out to Thor and his wife with the hospitality. He never hesitates to hit me up and open his door and take care of a dude and everybody coming around, man. It was just an awesome experience. Shout out to Stuart Schweigert. He definitely, he opened his door and opened his connections and helped me out and all that stuff like that. So it was definitely a good time, man. It was a great weekend for sure. For sure. Any Raiders practices tomorrow? So they travel to LA today, and tomorrow and Thursday they have the joint practices. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be some fun. Go to Twitter and get your updates. Go check it out on IG. People are going to be posting some stuff. And hey, get your popcorn ready and look forward to some good news tomorrow. I think we're going to tear up the Rams, but we'll get into that shortly, man. We'll get into that shortly. 36 in the room. Let's get them likes up. Hey, we got 46 in the room, bro. Get them likes up, bro. Hey, guys. Hey, thanks for the support. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. I'm going to move down to the comments. I'm definitely rolling behind. I want to make sure that I'm acknowledging everybody. Brandon Oliver in the building. Thanks for popping in, man. We're about to start talking about this Rams and Raiders joint practice and kind of talk about what to expect from the Rams. Yeah, definitely. Robert Munoz, not that it means much, but did you hear the Washington franchise looking to changing back to the Redskins? Yeah, I did hear that. We'll see. They got petitions out there and things like that. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that. All right, with that, guys, we're gonna talk a little bit about this Rams and Raiders joint practices, right? So and a little bit about the 49ers to kind of close things up, right? I think the 49ers are getting a little bit too much credit. I think that the 49ers are going to struggle this year, and I think that the Seahawks are going to win that division, and I think the 49ers are going to be in second, and I think they're going to miss the playoffs because of that lack of efficient quarterback play, and they're going to miss DeMeco Ryans as a defensive coordinator over there severely. So to wrap that up, I think the 49ers are going to struggle. What do you guys think about that one? Let me know. So let's talk about this Rams-Raiders game, joint practices. Let's talk about the Raiders offense. The Rams offense, what to expect. So the Rams, they run more of an 11 personnel type of deal. One running back, one tight end. Is derived from it's called a spread zone offense. It's derived from a Mike Shanahan offense where he ran a 12 personnel single back formation with two tight ends. What they like to do is the play action rollout and go deep. That's what they like to do. So in saying that, we're going to have an 11 personnel look, and we're going to have 3 wide receivers, meaning that we're going to have more of a nickel look. Expect a nickel look a lot. And because of that, I think that guys like Nate Hobbs is going to be matched up against a guy like Cooper Kupp. That's one thing I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to Cooper Kupp, hearing about how Nate Hobbs matches up with Cooper Kupp. I'm also looking forward to seeing what Jacorian Bennett will do to with Cooper Kupp as well. Their team isn't as deep as it was before. On paper, the 49ers have a better roster than they do. But I think this is more of a challenge for the Raiders this time around because we got a lot of young guys, and they're going on the road. So it's a different scene. It's a different, they're not at home. They don't get the home cooking. They don't have the facilities and things like that. They're going to be in LA where the Rams are, and it's going to be a whole different kind of look for them. And this is their first taste at road football this season. So this is going to be a little bit more of a challenge, in my opinion, for this defense. Look for the Raiders to have a more of a nickel look. We're going to have the two running linebackers. I think we're going to see a lot more of Masterson and Bernie again, or I don't know if we see a Diablo and Spillane. They probably aren't going to play, but I would like to see them get some reps in this situation. And to be honest, the Rams got a better quarterback. We're going to see better quarterback play. Matthew Stafford in the backfield, orchestrating that offense that he's been under for 3 seasons already. So, or was it 4 seasons? He's been in that. He's been under that offense for a few years now. So, it's going to be better quarterback play this time around. And so these corners have to be ready. You're going to see a lot of nickel coverage, and I want to see Hobbs show up, and I want to see Peters show up. I want to see the same outcome as we did last week. A lot of interceptions and things like that. Defensively for the Rams, what we're going to be looking at is we're going to be looking at a 3-4 type of deal, where it's going to be a 3 D-line front. We're going to have a nose tackle, a defensive tackle, and a defensive end. You guys know who the defensive tackle is. Future Hall of Famer extraordinaire, Aaron Donald. I would like to see him break in our youngsters at guard. I want to see him go against a Dylan Parham if available. I want to see him go against a what's the guy's name? McClendon Curtis. I want to see him break him in a little bit. Because these failed reps for these guards is only going to sharpen them. So I want to see Aaron Donald take care of business versus these guys. And the nose tackle against Andre James, because historically that Andre James is he struggles against that zero technique head up on him. So I want to see him get as many reps versus that nose tackle as much as possible. Break him in a little bit, get the feet to the fire, get him ready to play some ball. I would like to see more of the starters on offensive line play this year. At least in this game, at least one series at least. We did see Illuminor start out there. We saw Parham play a little bit. But besides that, those are the only starters. I want to see Andre James be on the field against a 3-4 look. I definitely want to see a lot more, man. I want to see a lot more of the starters play this time around. You guys let me know. That's my quick breakdown of what to expect for this Rams joint practice. Let me know what kind of matchups you guys are looking forward to seeing. Of course, we're going to see Max Crosby tear up whoever's at left tackle and things like that. You guys let me know what you guys want to see. Definitely. T. Severe in the building. He says, LA is our home. Absolutely, LA. And it's going to be a home game for sure, man. It's going to be a home game. Raider Nation is going to be out there deep. It's going to be – I was there for a regular season game last year, and Raider Nation was just overwhelmingly popular. It was like a 80-20. So I'm expecting something around there as well, man, for sure. Cooper Kupp has a hamstring issue, bro. Okay, so unfortunately we're not going to see too much of that Cooper Kupp. But, next guys step up, Van Jefferson and things like that. Come up and kind of be that second guy and kind of mix things up. speedy recovery to Cooper Kupp. Hey, Charles, thanks for that one. I haven't been doing too much of been covering the Rams too much because it's all about the Raiders. So yeah, but yeah, thanks for the heads up on that one for sure, bro. Robert Munoz, he says we own LA. Whose house? Raiders house. Hey, if you're going to that game, man, hey, somebody get a clip of that because yeah, that whose house crap is dry, man. It's trash, bro. So yeah, I definitely need to hear that one. Franklin Skinner, Nakua and Jefferson are also solid wide receivers. Should still be good matchups for our DBs with different style attributes. Absolutely, that's exactly what I'm saying right there, man. Thanks for that one, bro. I appreciate it. On G, I bet Parham holds his own. Yeah, I hope so, man. If he's healthy, I would love to see him go heads up with Aaron Donald, man. He needs those kind of reps, man. I would love to see it. Raiders Primos in the building. Thanks for popping in, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Raider Booty. We need to start winning in LA if we're going to keep saying we own it. Oh, man. Man, absolutely. That is probably you win today for comment of the day right there. I'm so sick of going to LA and losing, man. It's getting old. And week 4, when we go see the Chargers too, we got to take over there too and win the game, most importantly. SoFi Stadium is a home game for us. Yeah, and we got to win at home for sure. Absolutely. We really beat those 49ers 34-0. That touchdown really they got was a given. Luck of the 4-leaf clover. Yeah, we gave them one. It's all right. It's all right. Jason 619. I don't care who's out there. I just want to see consistency. Too many times we show out and the next game we don't even show up. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. This game is, to me, this is a true test of how they're going to play on the road. Now, I know it's not road game because, like, as far as the fans go, right? But as far as traveling and the plans and traveling plans and things like that, to them, it's a road game because it's a lot of traveling and logistics and things like that. Even though it's not far, it's still a road game for them. So I want to see how they react to that, especially these youngsters. I want to see if they come out with that same level of intensity they did against the 49ers. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking forward to for sure, man. Brandon Oliver, I'm expecting Amik to get plenty of reps in the slot this game. Yes, Amik is also that's another guy that I'm looking at as well. He was playing in the slot a lot this past game, and yeah, we're definitely going to see Amik in that slot, and he's going to get a lot of reps and a lot of looks because the way that offense is ran, it's usually 3 wide receiver sets. They do a zone blocking scheme and things like that. A lot of play actions. They like to find the slot receiver on those little quick hook routes and things like that. So Amik is going to get his work in for sure. So this is kind of a make or break game for Amik for sure. I would say so. Shout out to you, Brandon Oliver. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, whose house sounds stupid. I heard they only say it because the dischargers are the roommates of SoFi. They need to pay their rent. Yeah, they're over here sleeping on the couch over at SoFi, them Chargers, man. You know how they do it over there. Daniel Malero, I can already see those week 1 parlays. Yo, Daniel Malero, hey, let me know real quick. First half, who do you have for this game? Put a little bet out there. Put some spreads out there if you can. For all those degenerates that want to know what they can bet on and things like that. Preseason a little bit hard to bet on, but if you bet that first quarter or maybe first half, you're going to see a lot of starters and kind of get a better gauge on what you're looking at as far as what you're going to see in the regular season. So let me know if you're going to bet a first quarter or first half and what the spread is and what you're picking for this game, man. Let me know if you can, man. I appreciate you, bro. Mike, who is your favorite Raider of all time? These last couple of years, man, it's changed. It used to be it was Marcus Allen for a long time because he was a USC guy, played over with the Raiders. Then as I got a little bit older, I really appreciated the defensive line. So it was Howie Long for a long time. But now these days it's Charles Woodson. I met him 3 times. Cool, down-to-earth guy, and then just revisionist history. You kind of look back at like what he did in his career, and then you go back to college. This dude won the Heisman Trophy as a defensive player, man. It's like it doesn't get any better than that, man. And I think right now, if I had to pick my favorite Raider of all time, is Charles Woodson for sure, man. How lucky are our rookies? Yeah, hey, you know what? I don't know if it's luck. I mean, I think we really hit on something special in this rookie class, man. I don't know. It looks good, man, for sure. It definitely looks good. Tyree Wilson, I'm excited to see him play, but at the same time, not rushing him. I want him 100%. Yeah, I want to see him play, but only if he's right. Only if he's right. Playing in 3 top-notch stadiums first 3 games. Yeah, absolutely, man. They're definitely getting a good tour. A good preseason tour for sure. For sure. Raiders only won 3 times in LA since Rams and Chargers moving to LA. Yeah, that needs to change for sure, man. That absolutely needs to change. So we got our first prediction: 13-3 Raiders first quarter. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. $25 pays $10.25. Mayer Offensive Rookie of the Year. You know, I don't think a tight end's ever won Offensive Rookie of the Year. And hey, $25, that might be worth it, man. That's a lot of tacos, as my guy like to say. Shout out to Richie if he's hearing, man. For sure, he would say that's a lot of tacos. $25, man. I'll take it, man. That is a lot of tacos from Jack in the Box. You know, that 2 for $1 joint. Yeah, man. Raiders Primos 2019 versus Chargers 21 at LA Rams preseason. Preseason 2020 versus Chargers. Yeah, we need to change this, man. We need to change this. LA Lambs are going down. I think we're going to beat them just as bad as the Winers, maybe more. Okay, I like to hear it, man. I like to hear it. Brandon Oliver, win or lose this game for me, the most important thing I want to see is the team continuing to build and improve. I think that Josh McDaniels is doing a phenomenal job of building these guys. And I think that, yeah, it's preseason. He's 5-0 in the preseason. We were 6-11 last year. But I think that he's got a good program going. People are buying in, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. I think Josh McDaniels and the rest of this squad and the rest of this coaching regime is doing a pretty good job so far. I'm liking what I'm hearing in camp. I like what I saw in the game. So let's just build on what we see these next couple of weeks for sure, man. Does O'Connell get 3 more quarters? Yeah, he's going to play, I would say maybe a half. I mean, because really, who else do you want to see? Are we going to be evaluating Chase Garbers? Like, this dude's going to be on the practice squad and probably not even on the squad. What we really want to see is, does O'Connell let's see him play a full game. These are good quality reps for O'Connell. And I can see 3 more quarters. But if he takes a big hit or something like that, like, hey, 2 quarters for sure. But this is prime time for O'Connell because, you know, Jimmy G in in a couple weeks is going to be a Jimmy G show. So yeah, for sure. 20-0 Raiders first half. Woo. Okay. Noted, man, for sure. The Ghost Regime Network podcast by Mike Escari, LLC. Any Jacobs news. So I don't know if you caught Graf's show earlier. He was talking about an article from our favorite guy, Mike Florio, talking about that Josh Jacobs probably should take whatever's offered to him right now. You've seen it already as far as the market goes, and these running backs or these free agent running backs are finally taking a little bit of money. Ezekiel Elliott took some signed with the Patriots. Cook, what's his name? Dalvin Cook signed with the Jets, and I think he took about $6 million for 1 year. So $10 million is looking good right now for Josh Jacobs. So I would say that Josh Jacobs, if I were to make an assumption, I think that he'll be in the building in the next couple of weeks, right before week 1. After that Cowboys game, it's like a good 2-week stretch, or 10 or 11-day stretch before they play a game. And I think that Josh Jacobs will be in the building right after that Cowboys game. So that's kind of my prediction, but I haven't heard anything yet. Let's see what we got. You can tell they're all buying in. The ones that weren't are gone. Yeah, absolutely. Daniel Malero, he says, I don't do preseason, bro, but I think the over-under is 39.5. I take the over, and the Raiders are 3.5-point favorites. I take the Rams to cover, but again, I stay away from the preseason. Yeah, I feel you on that one. 39.5, yeah, you definitely want to go over. But if they go hard in that beat each other up in that joint practice, you could make it a justification for that 39.5 to be under. Those preseason games are real low. Sometimes the scores are like 16-12 or something like that, 16-13, things like that. So it wouldn't surprise me a 39.5 will be an under. I'm not a betting expert, but if I had to make a guess, I will go under. I know you say over on that one. I like the under for 39.5. And of course, I'm going money line with the Raiders at 3.5-point favorites. I can see them. I could see them not covering that 3.5, kind of picking the Rams +3 if you want to, +3.5, like a 3-point game, things like that. I can see that. So that's my little quick take on that preseason. If you're that much of a degenerate and want to bet on some preseason games, there you go. First half, pick the Raiders for the first half. That's if you guys wanted to do that one, for sure. Robert Munoz Jr., I'll be watching the game here at home, but my booster club is going to the Raiders versus Arlington Cowboys preseason in Arlington. Oh, awesome, man. So you're part of the booster club, man. Hey, represent your booster club, man. Let me know where you're from, bro. Guys, also let me know where you guys are watching this from, man. Everybody, man. And then right after that, we're about to call it a night. Let's see. Garbers is definitely better than Hoyer all day. Yeah, Hoyer is there to make sure everything is going smoothly at this point, man. He's 37 years old. It's a wrap for him, man, for sure. T. Severe, I guess the real question is, does or can O'Connell push Hoyer off the roster? If he can be a real option as a quarterback too, what utility does Hoyer have? Absolutely no utility. But I see that we would keep 3 quarterbacks on this roster. I think they reserve like a third quarterback for a roster and things like that. And I think it also doesn't account on that 53-man roster. I think that was a new rule that was implemented. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that one. But they could absolutely keep 3. And Hoyer being the QB3 on that one. Bob Rutherford, Raiders. Hey, yeah, thanks for popping in, man. Thanks for popping in as always. LV Maximus, the official security for Mount Shieldmore, my boy. My big bro, Big Mike. Sorry I'm late. Hey, you came in, and I appreciate the support either way, man. And I'm gonna catch you for sure next time I'm out in Vegas, for sure, man. For sure. We got to do that. Raider Booty. Hoyer contract is fully guaranteed. He's a great guy to hold the clipboard. I see Aiden getting quarterback too, but Hoyer is going nowhere, especially with the Purdy rule. The Purdy rule. That's exactly what I was talking about. 3 quarterbacks. Yeah, I think. Hoyer's going to be the clip holder. He's going to be that player coach type of guy. Make sure that Aiden O'Connell is pretty much good to go on the straight and narrow and things like that. So, yeah, definitely, for sure, man. Robert Munoz Jr., the Black Hole, San Antonio, Texas. Man, way to represent, man. Hey, and have fun at that game, man, and be safe, man. Be safe, for sure. Let's see what we got. LV from Vegas, I already know. Clark Arroyo, Gardena, California. All right. Like I said, I used to work down in that area. Watch from KC, Orlando Padilla, and Chiefs territory. Queefs territory. Hoping to see Neil Farrell Jr. Improve from Elk Grove, California. Okay, that's what's up, man. Shout out to you from Elk Grove. Let's get behind our head coach. I like the feel of our team. Yeah, I'm definitely behind our head coach. Pause if necessary. Yeah, man, I've been doing too many pauses for this show, man. Hopefully, my boy Wasted isn't watching this one. He says that, man, you don't never say anything pause worthy. I'm like, yeah, I said like 3 or 4 things in this show already, man. But yeah, definitely, we're definitely going to support our head coach for sure. And New Zealand Raider, I already know you're watching from New Zealand, man. Thanks for your support way from across the pond, man. It means a lot to me, and it's crazy to think that, you know, my voice is being heard worldwide in this situation, man. And I know that it's on a small scale. I got 47 watching. It's not like I got millions of people, but the 47 that are watching, I do appreciate you guys' support, man. It really means a lot. Josh Lamas. I hope I didn't butcher your name, man. Josh Lamas. What up, Big Mike? When do you expect Mayer to be back? I think we won't see him until week 1, man. But I think he'll be practicing this week. Look for him this week in those joint practices. Hopefully. No DeAndre Carter last game. Does that make him a lock for the 53-man roster? It's looking like it, unless he has like a undisclosed injury or something like that. Maybe DeAndre Carter is a lock, which is kind of a shock to me. But yeah, maybe. Unless we see him in his next game. I have no idea. He says, I think our quarterback order will be Garoppolo, O'Connell, Garbers. Garbers. Okay, I see 3 quarterbacks based on Jimmy's injury history. I'm from West Oakland. West Oakland in the house. That's what's up, man. Home of one of our own, Marcus Peters, from was it McClemens High School, one of those powerhouse high schools in not Southern California, just all of California. So yeah, shout out to you from West Oakland, man. Appreciate you coming in. Van City Raider Hoyer isn't going anywhere. Chase Garbage is the odd man out. What Hoyer brings as a player coach is too valuable. I think we're gonna keep 3, and I think that Garbers is gonna be back in the practice squad for sure. When is the hater Kane Town popping up? But you know what, this dude, he's got to hold that L, man, because he said we're gonna win 5 games and all this other stuff, man. He's gonna have to hold that L. But no, he's definitely cooking dinner with his for his family and all this stuff. He said he blew my mind with this one. He said he was making Cajun chicken grilled cheese sandwiches. I'm gonna have to steal that recipe. He told me that. It blew my mind, man. I was like, oh, okay, send that recipe, bro. But yeah, he's definitely tending to the family right now for sure. Zeus and McCormick are gonna show up big this week. JJ is gonna get nervous and sign. Woo, that's a bold take. I like it though, man. Hey, as long as we can get him back in here, whatever it takes, man. I think if AOC stays in for 3 quarters, we're scoring a lot, and Bennett is pretty good too. So I think they're going to score more on us than the Niners, but I can see the under as well. Yeah, you know what? If I had to guess, I'm seeing a score like 17-13 or 17-14, 16-13, something like that. I'm not going to see as much score. I don't think it's going to be as much scoring. I think that O'Connell's going to have a solid game. I don't think he's going to have another 141 yards, almost throw perfect, completion percentage and things like that. That's a lot to ask for a second game in a row. So, yeah, it's going to be a different look too. So, and you're right. Stetson Bennett played well last week. He's kind of in the same boat as O'Connell, where he's taking the majority of the snaps right now in the preseason. So we're going to have a battle of rookie quarterbacks next week. I mean, this Saturday with Bennett, the Heisman finalist, versus our very own Aiden O'Connell. So it's gonna be a fun matchup, man. It's gonna definitely be a fun matchup. Says, are you gonna be in Vegas week 3 for the Steelers game? I'm thinking about making the trip across the line, and would love to chop it up with you, man. If you make it across over here, you hit me up. You make sure you hit me up. We definitely got to have a drink if you're going to come across the line, man, for sure, man. We definitely got to do that for sure. There's no way that if you're going to be in Vegas and I'm going to be in Vegas that we don't at least meet up and get a couple of drinks. Oh, you don't drink. My apologies, bro. We'll get together and get some dinner, man, for sure, man. My apologies on that one for sure, man, for sure. But we'll get together, absolutely, man. I'm in LA. I know you see LA. Get up out of here with that. I see what you did over there. Fight on, bro. Hey, we'll see in a few months, man, when we beat you guys down in November for that victory bell, man. Don't even worry about it. Fight on. I know you. Get up out of here with that, man. Get up out of here with that. The Queefs rock those hot dog condiment colors because they eat hot dogs the long way. They like them bigger. They eat footlongs. The queendom. I love it, man. Robert Munoz bringing the heat tonight, man. I appreciate it, man. For sure. The long way. Man, that's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. There you go, man. Hey, Van City, we're definitely get together and get a steak dinner or something, man. Hopefully you're not a vegetarian. offend you for the second time tonight, man. But yeah, and pause for sure on that one, man. I'm a 40-year Raider fan. You and Graf and ways to make me feel closer to the nation, man. I'm glad, man. Definitely, and I can speak for each and every one of those guys that we definitely support. We definitely appreciate the support, and we're gonna keep bringing the heat, man. We're definitely gonna bring the heat. T Severe, you got me. You got me. I was like, oh, this dude really got me. Hey guys, me and T Severe were actually talking about doing a crosstown rivalry college football podcast, UCLA, USC type of deal, talking college ball, talking about both our teams and things like that. If you guys are interested in something like that, let me know, man. Kind of get a quick feeler on what the demographic is. Would you guys want to see a USC, UCLA crosstown podcast for me and T Severe? You guys let me know, man. I'm a 40-year Raider fan. You and Graf. Oh, wait, you know what? I already read that, bro. But yeah, I appreciate your support, New Zealand, man. I appreciate it. Robert Munoz says, there's one thing for sure. I don't want those Chiefs winning a Super Bowl in our Death Star this season. Hell no. Better not happen. They'll have more rings in the AFC West. That's one thing that just cannot happen this year. I would rather have any other team win it this year. It can't be the Chiefs. It cannot be the Chiefs, man. Somebody's got to do. We got to do something about this, man. You guys, we know we got to do something about it. Remember Steeler weekend, Mount Shillmore flag football game, guys. If you guys are in the Las Vegas area for week 3, we got something special cooking up. We're gonna get a flag football game going, Mount Shillmore. I'm gonna be out there. I'm gonna be slinging that rock, throwing 5-6 touchdowns. Hey, you guys want to see me an all-time quarterback, or you want to see Graf, with the clipboard in his hand, you want to see Wasted on the other side with the clipboard, come out and support the flag football game. We got some things planned out for this one, guys. You guys make sure when you're in Vegas, make sure you come pull up on the flag football game for sure, man. The homie son played for UCLA, Casimir Allen. That name sounds familiar. But yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, I'm a USC fan, but anytime you can play at that level, I got respect for you, for sure. Clark Arroyo, 50-year fan, man. Salute to you, man. You've seen the top of the mountain with the Raiders, man. I'm jealous. I'm absolutely jealous, man. I'm 36 years old and I haven't seen a Super Bowl victory yet in my lifetime, so I'm waiting for it, man. I'm absolutely waiting for it. Have a great night off to bed. Appreciate what you do for the nation, Brian Oliver. I appreciate you and your support, man. Hey, have a great night. If you got work tomorrow, man, have a great day at work as well, man. For sure. T Severe, no AFC West or Saints winning it in there. I will Nancy Kerrigan them motherfucker to prevent it. Yeah, somebody's about to get chopped off in the knees for sure. Absolutely, man. LV, I'm OG screaming from the sideline. Yeah, I already know, man. We got to get you some cigars so you can chill out, man. I already know, bro. I already know. Tony Shepard in the building. FKC. Go Raiders. That's right, man. That's how we do it around here. Salute Raider Nation. Salute Raider Big Mike. Raiders. Guys, I got a couple more minutes. If you guys have any questions, anything you guys want to say, I pretty much, spoke my piece. If you guys got something to say, any questions you guys want to ask me, anything, I don't really care. I got about 5 minutes. I'm about to head out, man. I'm about to lay it down. I got to start this article I said I was going to write. So yeah, 5 more minutes, guys. You guys let me know. UDFA for the Commanders this year. Okay, I'm going to check them out for sure. The name sounds familiar, though. OG since 1972. Woo! Immaculate Reception. That was that first year of Immaculate Reception. So yeah, you definitely joined the Raiders when things were hot and heavy with the Steelers that started that healthy rivalry back in the day, man, for sure. T Severe, Kaz is a speed demon. He's in Washington. Kaz will have been a great UDFA pickup as a returner, a gadget guy. Yeah, okay. Like I said, I'm about to keep my eye on him for sure. The Raiders won the Super Bowl the year I was born. That's the reason why I'm a Raiders fan. 76. I love it. And I'm from Pasadena. They won in my hometown in '76 for sure. So yeah, man, that's awesome, man. I've been a Raider fan, if you say, since I was born, 87. So I was born in 87. As long as I can remember picking up a football, it's always been Raider football, even when they're in LA and even when they moved to Oakland. I still stuck with them, and then they moved to Vegas. And I'm still with them. So yeah, Raider fan since 87 for me, for sure. FKC, yeah, there you go. Robert Munoz, thanks for popping in, man. Thanks for your support, man. Thanks for sticking around. You have a good night. And if you're in at work tomorrow, have a productive day as well, man, for sure. 16 thumbs up, need a bunch. Raider Nation for life. There you go, man. There you go. Who picking teams in week 3? I've been training already. Man, you said you was 6'4", bro. I'm about to just 50-50 ball it to you, bro. You jump ball, man. I need you to moss folks, bro. You're going to have me looking way better than what I actually am, bro. Good night, fam. Till tomorrow. Raiders. There you go, man. Orlando Padilla. What's the difference between a nickel and a dime? So a nickel coverage is 5 DBs. Whether that nickel corner is actually a corner or a safety. You could put either a safety or corner. These days, in this day and age for football, a nickel corner is a lot more valuable than it was back in the day. Back in the day, they ran a traditional 4-3, which is four off defensive linemen and 3 linebackers. In a nickel coverage case, they take one of those linebackers and replace them with either a corner or a safety for a 5 DB look. That's why they call it nickel 5, 5 DBs. A dime, they take another one of those linebackers and then put another DB there for a 6 DB look. That's what a dime coverage is, 6 DB look. And usually in a dime coverage, you want one of those DBs to kind of be a hybrid, like a Polamalu, who can kind of be a linebacker / safety kind of look. That's kind of your ideal look for a dime, where you can kind of be very versatile in that situation. So if we do run a dime, expect somebody like a Isaiah Polamalu to come in and kind of move around in the box or kind of cover on somebody, depending on what the formation is. That's what a dime is. A nickel and dime. The difference is, long story short, is a 5 DB set, and in comparison to a dime being a 6 DB set. So yeah, that's for sure, man. Jason 619 sack prediction for this week. You're saying 5. I'm going 3. 4 would be 4 is good. We had a good solid outing, but I think 3 this time around for sure. I think this time around we'll get 3. I'm saying 5. 5 would be great. I would love that, man. But guys, that's it, guys. I'm about to call it a night. You guys let me know if you guys in the comments your score prediction, who's going to be the breakout guy for this game, what you're looking forward to. I want to hear everything, man. I want to hear all your comments in the comment section for people that's going to be watching this down the line. And then I'll see you guys on Saturday for a post-game coverage, and we'll talk a little bit about what we've seen, guys. Now, with that, I'm your boy, Big Mike Raider, and all 36 that's in the building. Make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and most importantly, you guys share with your folks, man. You guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
This is one of them hits now. Heard back from Earth, we just shot a few of my shits down. It's safe to say I'm totally pissed. Wow, my cloaking devices just malfunction. Guess it's time for a sit down. This is the problem I got with humans, mostly the common man. Constantly fucking with energy they don't understand. Always thinking they got the upper hand. The G-forces for my maneuvers can snap your spine like a rubber band. I shouldn't waste my time, they ain't half as nice. Put a Red Bull in your coffin so your ghost can have wings in the afterlife. Let's rock and roll like a belly dancer's rhinestone. It was my idea to shake the pineal gland like a pine cone. My thoughts create hurricanes, tornadoes, and cyclones. A punch for me is like an avalanche of granite and limestone. You live here, now this is my home. I neuralize both your retinas, you wake up staring at the screen of your iPhone. confused by the light plus the high tone. And now we connected from the microchip I placed next to your thigh bone. It's hard to understand cause your mind blown, but I gotta cut communication. Your government just scrambled they spy drones.
That voice, speaking Sumerian, the oldest language in human history.